Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. As you know, we're having a special board meeting via Zoom due to the COVID epidemic. And I welcome all of you to this meeting. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and then I will need an approval for the special board meeting agenda, which you should have a copy of that.
I still move, Randy. Patty.
Okay, that's Patty.
I'll second, Nick.
Okay. All of those in favor say aye. Oh, we'll have to do roll call, won't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Jolynn, they cannot hear you.
Randy Eaton,
Yes.
Justin Hubbs,
Yes.
Nick Estrada,
Yes.
Jim Page,
Yes.
Richard Parker,
Yes.
Patty Wood.
Yes.
Okay, thank you all. And as you all know, we've had some really sad moments here, particularly related to the college. And I'd like to just take a moment for us to have a moment of silence, both for Ron Ditzfield and Hope Leckie. We've lost two dear friends to the college. And I would just like to recognize that for just a moment. Okay, thank you all very much. Okay, as you see on the agenda, the Innovation Center bids have been received, and we're going to have those open now, which basically we have those in front of us. And I think Dr. Anderson and Keith and Justin may all be involved in talking about this information so that we can take their recommendation. So whoever is going to speak first, go right ahead.
All right. Thank you, Randy, very much. Today, we're very pleased to bring to you the request to approve a successful bidder. And I just want to lay a little bit of the groundwork. This bid process is to construct the Olin Howard Workforce Innovation Center, a 38,000 square foot facility that will allow for the expansion of our welding career program and also our precision machining program, and add capacity for apprenticeship programs. So doubling the labs and the classroom capacity and allow us to address the needs of the workforce community that we train individuals for. We had a bid opening on Friday that was attended by Justin O'Neill, and he is going to explain the contractors who submitted bids. I do want to say that we are very appreciative to SAP Architects, who have been working with us consistently for more than a year to prepare documents and provide estimates. And Justin is going to talk about how closely those estimates came into what the bids that we received. So thank you very much. Justin has put a tremendous amount of work into this project, as have all of our instructors and Dr. Bates and others who were instrumental in designing this facility so that we can expand programs. And so today is kind of that next step in getting a contractor, seeking contractor approval from all of you so that we can move forward. So Justin, and then Keith has some comments as well.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can kind of talk about those numbers, those bids that we received. So we'll make sure that that comes through. And are we seeing that spreadsheet now?
We are, and just as a reminder, the trustees, this should be in your email that you received.
So the bids came through. Our low bidder was from Prost Builders Incorporated, with their base bid at $6,003,000, and then with the alternates, it was a total of $6,910,000. We also received bids from Paric Corporation, the Reesback Construction or RCI, Septagon Construction, Sirical Contracting, and Straub Construction Company. We also had two other contractors that purchased bid sets, Royal Construction Services and Mueller Construction, but they did not provide a bid, but they did look at our project and purchase the plans from the e-plan room. Those bids were opened on Friday at 2 p.m. at the Thompson Conference Center with a representative from all of those companies present. We also had Molly McGovern's consulting firm there who is working with the CBDG grant with us. We had a Bonnie Crawford from SAP Design was via Zoom with us while we opened all of those. The bids came in, just the low bid was the same low bidder that we received on the first round of bids that we unfortunately had to reject. It was about $80,000 more than that original bid. But also between that time and this new bids that we did receive, we did add some clarification to what parts and pieces were going to be provided by a major donor in the community for some of the supplies that the contractor will have to put in place. So that clarification, I think, made a difference in that, as well as we clarified some of the concrete that had to go into the base of the machining portion of the building. We had to increase that with another donation of a machine that's going in. It has to have a 24-inch thick slab in a certain area of the building. So if you'd like me to read any of those specific numbers off, we certainly can. But Prost Builders Incorporated is the low builder with the base bid. And when you add all their alternates, they are also still the base bid, or excuse me, the low bidder. On the bid alternates, we have 1 through 4 per the CBDG rules. We do have to take them in order. So if we want the bid alternate number 2, we have to take alternate number 1 and number 2. And so we did specifically put them in an order to make sure that we got what we needed. My recommendation to you, and Keith and Dr. Anderson can explain some more, is to take all of those alternates that are included so that we can go ahead and move both programs into the building immediately. It won't cost us any less than it does on this bid in the future, because construction costs will always go up and rise. So this is the cheapest time to do those things. And we do believe we have really solid bids. So when we did the bid estimates with SAP Design, in total, it would have been, they estimated about a $7.75 million building. As you can see, this came in at 6.9, and we figure we have about a $300,000 donation of material that's going into that. So even with that, we are only at about 7.2. So we came in way under our estimate, our original estimate. So that'll be good, so that we can, there'll be some other pieces that will come along with the building. So some internal networking and other pieces that we do outside of the scope of the general contractor. And it'll allow us plenty of room to do that.
And Justin, with the original bid and these 4 alternates, the building, the exterior, and how much of the interior will be completed, or will it all be completed
With all 4 alternates, we will complete the whole building.
The entire building. Okay, good. That's great. And SAP was involved in their original estimate. These 4 alternates, that was included in what they thought was going to be maybe $7.5 million or something.
Correct. Okay. So total project cost was supposed to be 7.75 on their original estimates, and we came in well under that. So we were very
okay. Good. Okay. Thank you.
And Randy, just a point of clarification about that. When we started talking about the project, and according to the CDBG, we had to complete the welding portion of the building
Yes.
to close out that CDBG. But all along, we were hopeful that we could complete the whole building because we knew that it would be the lowest price to be able to do that now. You know, as we moved along and are looking now at financing, it only makes sense to seek financing to complete the full facility, and would be maybe even more challenging to get financing to only do a piece of it. To, you know, the company's going to want to see that you're able to bring forth that initiative that you're trying to accomplish here for expanded training. So that kind of became more clear as this process moved along. And so, Justin, do you want to talk about the alternates? Just briefly mention what those are.
Yes. So alternate number 1 is a slab on grade. So that is to complete the actual concrete in the machine tool portion of the building. The number 2 would be the infill. So actually completing those lab spaces and their classrooms. So building the actual walls in that area for the machine tool side. So those are the 2 big ones. That's why they're both higher dollar amounts, but we also feel that those are good numbers for completing that. It's a little less than half of the building, but the interior space and the floor for those. The bid alternate number 3 is, instead of just doing a translucent panel above the overhead doors on the west side of the building, it would actually be a storefront window system. It will last us much longer. It'll be much nicer. It'll keep it from feeling so much like a metal building on that side, because that is more of the industrial side of the building, and it'll just make that building package a lot more complete. So it's a good investment for that. And number 4 is to just add some details to the lobby area, to add some lights and some plywood to pay homage to the site where this is going, as the original site of Plywood University, or Plywood U as it was nicknamed, and put some lights within that to kind of represent with the machining and the welding. It was just kind of a way to artistically tie it in together, and we felt it was a good benefit for that space.
Okay.
Thank you. And then Keith is going to speak to the overall recommendation, but also along with that, explain the recommendation that we'll be getting proposals for the financing piece. But.
So the momentarily we'll ask for your approval on the bid here. As a point of information, let you know that we did put out an RFP for the financing. Those RFPs are due this Friday. I have spoken with our agent, and we know they sent those RFPs out to over 25 individual separate financial institutions. We sent them as well to some local ones. They have reported back to us. They know that they've had 3 institutions reply to them that are planning to at least 3 that are planning to submit. And I would say, obviously, that many of you don't even know until the day of that they go ahead and submit. These are just some that called up individually to ask questions and clarification on these things. So we'll be getting bids, as you know, for a $6.1 million financing and a 4.1 based upon the results of fundraising. And this is to provide a bridge for the multi-year fundraising efforts going on by the foundation, which is still committed to paying for the entire project. In fact, has a fair amount of funds on hand to do that right now. So that is going along. We just need to be sure we can pay the contractor when they do construct the building. Any other questions about anything right now?
Do those bids come back to you, Keith, or do they go to?
They'll actually be going to our agent, which is Columbia Capital.
Okay, yeah.
They're the recipient of it, and they've been the one fielding any of the questions and all of that.
Okay. Okay, do any of the other trustees have any other questions that they would like to ask of this group?
Well, hearing none, it's recommended that the Board of Trustees accept the bid from Pros Builders in the amount of a base bid of $6,003,000, a bid alternate 1 of $111,000, bid alternate 2 of $694,000, bid alternate 3 of $85,000, bid alternate 4 of $17,000, for a total bid cost of $6,910,000 for the construction of the Olin Howard Workforce Innovation Center per CDBG guidelines. And authorize the President and Vice President of Finance and Administration to execute the required contracts with Post Builders out of Jefferson City, Mo, for the construction of the Olin Howard Workforce Innovation Center.
Okay, thank you. Okay, do I hear a motion to accept that recommendation?
I motion we move.
I
Do
will
I hear a
second.
second?
I will second.
Okay. Jolynn, would you like to?
Roll call, Randy Eaton,
Yes.
Justin Hubbs,
Yes.
Nick Lestrada,
Yes.
Jim Page,
No.
Richard Parker,
Yes.
Patty Wood.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. And so looks like we are one step closer to making this a reality. Next on the agenda is for you just to make note that we will have our regular meeting via Zoom next Thursday, the 17th. And I think Jim was the first to make comment that was a good idea. And I think several of us had been thinking about that. So thank you, Jim, for getting that going. And we are glad to do that. And we think that that's a smart thing to do right now at this particular time. So be sure you make note that just Thursday, the 17th at 4. And are we expected to have a work session at this point?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
Okay.
Randy, can I mention that we would hope to see all of you at the groundbreaking for the Olin Howard Workforce Innovation
yes.
Center. Monday, December 14th at 3 p.m. Governor Parson will be here to provide remarks. We will provide all of you with the agenda. We have met with the Department of Economic Development and a representative from the governor's office to work through the speaking agenda. And then we will have a shovel and a hard hat for all of the trustees to be, if you are there, to shovel some dirt with the first group that will be doing so. So the ceremony is expected to last about 30 to 45 minutes. Because of space limitations, we are keeping the stage very limited with who will be there. We are asking individuals to come to wear a face covering, a mask. We'll have Roadrunner masks to hand out. And as speakers come to the podium and speak into the microphone, they can remove their mask and then put it back on. So I'll be sending that tentative program, ceremonial program out to all of you so you can see that. But Randy will be speaking on behalf of the trustees.
Dr. Newsom, what time was that again?
3 p.m.
Thank you.
And it will be located in the green space to the east of Fielding and the Auto Tech facility. We will try to keep people congregated in that parking lot area. But the stage will actually be out into the green space where original plywood was constructed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Do we want to wear blazers or no blazers for the trustees? How would you all like to do that?
Do we all have lasers?
I think the weather will sort of be a concern. It could be anywhere from 60 degrees to 20 degrees.
It's supposed to be about 46.
Oh,
I would wear something warm because,
Okay.
just standing out in that weather for 45 minutes is going to get kind of chilly. You could take a coat off for the photo if you want, but
I guess we could wear our blazers and under an overcoat and then if we need a photo op with just our blazers, we can do that. Would that be okay with everyone?
Yeah, just, yeah, either way. Just fine.
Okay. Okay, well, why don't we plan on wearing our blazers under, and then if you need an overcoat, that would be fine. You know, this is Missouri weather. We're never sure what the weather's going to be anyway. So, okay. And are we do we need to try to gather? I mean, is 2:30 plenty of time to be there ahead of time?
Yes.
Okay.
The governor, we were told he would be here about 2:45, but
Okay. Okay. Then do I hear a motion for this special board meeting to adjourn?
So move, Randy. And
Okay.
Ron.
And do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Was that Justin?
Yep.
Okay.
Roll call. Randy Eaton,
Yes.
Justin Hubbs,
Yes.
Nicholas Strata,
Yes.
Jim Page,
Yes.
Richard Parker,
Yes.
Patty Wood.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you all for being here. This is kind of an exciting time in the life of the college and will certainly affect lots of students down the road. So thank you again for being a part of this. And we look forward to the efforts of everyone involved to make this a reality. All right, everyone be safe. Thank
Ready.
you.
Thank you,
Hey, guys.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Pete.